Hello everyone. This is a very serious presentation on how to be serious. Today we are going to be very serious today. Let me change the music to be more serious. But yes, today I will be presenting how to be serious. We will take some time for people to come in. Music is louder than you? Oh dear. Thank you for telling me. I believe that should be... Hold on a second. I need to lower it to where it usually is. But yes, today we're going to be very serious on how to be serious. And that will be the presentation for today. Okay, I do need to laugh a little bit. It has been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute since I've streamed, and I apologize for that, but there's been a lot going on. And so for those of you who have not been in my server or anywhere else I've really been, which is like one, my server, and two, Pink server, which I understand if not everybody's in my server, or like either one, really. So I wanted to practice this I wanted to practice this presentation I got to do for my class because it is my final project. So I want to be very serious about it because I've been severely lacking in my yeah, thank you for that, Pink. But I've been severely kind of letting my schoolwork go because of the mental health reasons and other stuff like that. So I figured the best way to practice is to like actually do it with other people. And I think this would just be a fun little thing to do. So I wanted to give some context for this. This was originally meant to be a joke. Like, I kid you not, this was meant to be a joke. So keep that in mind when I do the presentation. It was supposed to be a joke presentation on how to be serious, but because I need a works cited page, I've actually made it a serious presentation on how to be serious. So the entire time, my goal is to just like try and be serious the entire time, but it's gonna be very very funny, and I do plan on making this into a video for the main channel just because I think it would be I think people would enjoy this. But yeah, I'm a little goofball who wanted to like legit my like when he was saying like the requirements for this, the requirements for this are just like very broad, and it's like you either have to do like a how-to manual, yeah, or like just a regular manual, how to do something, or just like basically as long as it follows the process analysis guidelines. Hold on a second, I could probably actually look it up, but he told us about this one person's presentation for this exact assignment where it was just like straight faced how to make a PB&J. But because they were straight faced the entire time, he thought it was hilarious. So like I came up with like three different ideas, and my three different ideas were one, how to be short, two, how not to be an asshole, and then the third one was how to be serious, but with like the original idea was just like with some random things sprinkled in. But because I'm now taking this serious, ironically, because I wasn't taking it serious before, because I'm now taking it serious, I feel like it adds more to the comedy that I am being serious about how to be serious. So I'm gonna wait until like it is just about 10 minutes. So we're gonna get into this. I want to make sure everything is set up properly. So let me take care of that really quick. So this is gonna be my scrappy test run on the presentation, how it's gonna be presented to other people. So if I do this, will it break everything? Okay. No, it will not. Okay, everything should be set up now. Let me go back to here. I'm gonna go to this playlist because I do need to... Okay, I need to get rid of some of these just because I need I need to organize my music. I need to get back to doing that. But, I need a playlist that is just music, no lyrics or anything like that. Let me turn this back up so y'all can hear it. I'm trying to balance it so that it's not too loud compared to me, but y'all still will be able to enjoy the music. At least those who are live. Those who are in the video will not be able to hear it because copyright. Here from Aiden's server, I'm curious about the very serious stream. Well, this is perfect timing though, because I am about to get into it. This is my first time talking to you. Hi Clover, welcome. Also, hi Pink, welcome as well. Oh, thank you for the follow. Dancey dance. Yeah. Oh yeah, you got your own gummy now. Just as an announcement, if you do follow me, you can get your own little gummy at the bottom there. And if you go to the stream avatars extension, you will be able to customize them, so you can make them look however you want. He's very, very fun. You can turn him into a gummy shark, a gummy snake, or a gummy gator. Those are the three main ones right now. I do plan on adding a gummy bear eventually, and maybe some kind of insect one. I was thinking like a butterfly, but I'd have to figure out the anatomy of how that one would work. How do I do that? Are you on mobile or are you on desktop? Because if you're on desktop, if you just like scroll down on my channel, you'll see the stream avatars extension. If you are on the mobile app, I believe if you scroll up to the top, there's like those little tabs. There might be an extension one there. You might have to press like the little, 3 dots or some kind of little thing to find them. But yeah. It should be in the corner of chat, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, this is actually perfect timing because I am about to get into the seriousness. So we must become serious. It is serious time. It's purple. Yes, it is this purple icon. But yes, it is time. Hold on a second. Before I do that, I want to make sure I have the right presentation that does not have my legal name. Okay, yeah, it does. That we are in the right one. So now I need to restart the slideshow. But it's time to get serious. Everybody get your serious face on. We are about to become serious and learn how to be serious. So without further ado, here is my presentation. Can you see my mouse? You can see my mouse. Crap. Hold on a second. Let me fix that. There we go. Now you can no longer see my mouse. It is time to be serious. This is my presentation on how to be serious. By Oren Butler. No, that is my name. Yes. These are the reasons to be serious. We must understand them in order to understand why we must be serious. There are various situations in which being serious is the most appropriate thing to do. These include professional settings, such as business meetings, interviews, etc. Major events. Let me adjust my camera. Such as lockdowns, tragedy, or schoolwork. Being the straight man in a comedy routine, even if you, yourself, are not straight, nor a man, i.e. me. Finding oneself staring deep into your lover's eyes when suddenly you realize that the freckle on their nose looks like the slug lady from Monsters, Inc. Next slide. Number 1. Control your emotions. Remain calm and collected. One must generally remain consistent in their demeanor in order to appear serious. Allowing your emotions to be erratic breaks the visage of being serious. Number 2. Become the embodiment of this man. His name is Larry. This is Larry. Larry is the most serious person I know. He is a very ordinary man. Be like Larry, as I will demonstrate. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I must be more like Larry. Number 3. Do not laugh too much. Laughing is not allowed while you are being serious. It is imperative that you do not laugh too much. If you are to laugh, make sure it is an appropriate amount, and not about what you are trying to be serious about too much. Number 4. Do not think about the cat. Number 4. Maintain a consistent tone and neutral facial expression. Remaining consistent shows that you are being serious. Tone is what matters most. You can still smile while being serious, but remaining neutral is more serious. Number 5. Take almost everything at face value. In a serious situation, no one will be exaggerating. Thus, one must remember not to take things out of context. If there is uncertainty or possible absurdity, be sure to question it for clarification. Do not try and win the argument, however. A little absurdity is harmless. Number 6. Remain focused. Deterring from the task at hand creates distractions and is very unserious. Do not think about the cat. In summary, to get the most out of your serious side, follow these general tips. Control your emotions. Do not laugh. Maintain a consistent tone. Keep a neutral facial expression. Take everything at face value. Remain focused. Be like Larry. Get that out of here. And that's my works cited. That is my presentation on how to be serious. Thank you for coming. So that is exactly how I plan on presenting it. So how did y'all like it? How'd y'all like my presentation on how to be serious? Do not think about the cat. How long do you have to present it? That is basically all I have. Because it has to be 10 slides, so I've already kind of met the requirement because it's technically 11 with the works cited. What are your notes? What are your notes? What is this class for or something? But is there like a time limit? No, there's not a time limit. Do you think I should draw it out a bit more? Is that what you're thinking? Ah, frick! I just realized I forgot to record. Well, the thing happened that I thought would happen with, well, I can always save the VOD, but the thing happened that I thought would happen with my new setup where, I hit record when I actually start stream instead of just, like, uploading the VOD with, like, the 5 minutes in between, before the actual stream. So I can always download the VOD, but now I'm actually recording. Did you make this for assignment? Yes, this is my final project. For my one class. Hold on a second. I was gonna look it up. Where is it? Is it this one? No. It's this one. Making sure nothing can be seen. I forgot to record, but it's fine. Maybe explain the major events a bit more as to, like, why to be serious during that, and then 2, better transition into the steps of being serious. I can see that. Yeah. Other than that, I loved it. It was great. Excellent. I do agree on, like, the number 2 point, because I was, thinking... Hold on a second. I was thinking that kind of same thing as when I was going through it, of just, like, yeah, the reasons need a better transition instead of just, like, cutting right to number 1. So I'd have to figure that one out. The class is called Writing and Inquiry, so it's just like a general writing class. Let me see what this says. PowerPoint project process analysis is rather like a how-to, or can sometimes be a breakdown of some process or a way of doing a thing. So I think this would very much fall into that category. Car manual in a similar manner, recipe steps. Discussing how to do something, build a thing, or go over a particular process. Yeah, I think it's brainstorming time. I will be editing it on. Yeah, because I can just change that name. So I'm gonna add a slide. Did I just get a notification? What? Oh, my dad just texted me. Oh, heck. Uh, let me just duplicate that. But yeah, I guess it's brainstorming time. What do y'all... Does anybody have ideas of like how I can transition from the reasons to the actual points? Would it just kind of be like a, here's what we're gonna be going over kind of thing? Like a summary before the actual in-depth summary? Me and Pink had the same reaction. Let's see, let's see. Now that we have established the importance, let's begin on how to convey the seriousness. Okay. Like a totally serious way to transition serious? Yeah, yeah. I see your little snake now. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I think it should be fine. I'm just making double triple check sure that nothing will be shown that shouldn't be. Okay. I think it should be good. Silly little line. Yeah. Very good at formal writing. Okay, I'm gonna go back over to here. I've had to do a lot of formal lab reports. Yeah. Oh, wait. What? Okay. I want to make sure I do not have anything being shown up here that should not be. You know what? I could just hide that. Okay. That should be fine now. Alright, so. I'm going back and forth between things, I'm sorry. I want to make sure that, nothing is shown that shouldn't be. What is that? Okay. What? No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that transition instead of the other one. Okay, so if I go to this, okay, it does show the regular one. Things are going weird. That school assignment would explain why there's a version of your legal name on it. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, this is it's like I said, it's I don't know if you were here when I was explaining it, Clover, but yeah, this was a non-serious assignment that this was a serious assignment that I wanted to make a non-serious thing about, but because I need a works cited page, I've had to do actual research into this. So I've done research into how to be a straight man in a comedy routine, just specifically so I can make this official. Like that is legit the whole reason for this. Okay. Is there a way for me to, like, just duplicate that? Okay, yes, there is. Where is... Where's the thing? It's not letting me scroll down all the way. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now I had that. I need to do that, and then add this. Okay, I think that should be fine now. Let me go back to here. There we go. Okay. I just wanted to hide the toolbar and stuff. Okay. So, I've duplicated this. What should the slide title be? Now that we've gotten to the reasons, here are some tips. Now that we've established the importance, let's begin on how to convey seriousness. Okay. Get out of here, lady. I think if I remember correctly, I legit had to look up this lady. So or the slug lady. So I believe her name is Roz, if I remember correctly. Roz, Rose, whatever. Okay, so general tips. Okay, how do I do this? I don't think the general tips would mainly be in the summary, and I kind of don't want to repeat myself. So I'm trying to figure out how to convey that. Hold on a second. I do need to go to VTube Studio real quick because I need to fix my parameters. I edited the parameters while I was... Where's the thing? Model settings. There we go. Wait, or is it... Okay, no, it is still mirrored. Okay, that was weird. I almost spilled my coffee everywhere. I almost spilled my coffee. I almost spilled my coffee. I don't want to do that. I don't want to spill my coffee. Okay. That should be fine. General tips. Now that we've gotten into... I'm trying to process. Ah, okay. I still have no idea what to do. Okay, so this is gonna be... Okay, I'm not gonna count the works cited as a slide. So we have 11... We'd have 11 slides if I were to do this. So, reasons to be serious. I'm trying to brainstorm. You know what? I'm looking this up. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? I'm not even gonna put a title on this one. Now that we've established the reasons, here are the general tips. I probably should make that into like the actual title font. If I can figure out how to do this. Nope. There we go. Then delete. No. I want to delete the box. There we go. I think I'll make this 50. No, that's too big. This is supposed to be serious. If it's too big, it's not serious anymore. I don't like the tips being on its own line, but also I think it adds to it. You know? I think it adds to it if I make it like that. Okay, let's do a learn. A learn graphic. Books. Books. Notes. Graphic design is my passion. Yes, exactly. Let's see. Insert image by URL. Graphic design is my passion. Why isn't that one... Copy image link. There we go. I guess I did something to that it didn't like. 35. Also, you said just... the teacher did go over just like, oh yeah, add some fancy transitions and neat and nice typography and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I'm over here just like, I'm making it the most basic bitch freaking slideshow I possibly can just to add to it, you know? Just to add that extra bit of just like, yes, this is serious. Nice typography, default fonts. So real. Yes. It just adds to it if there's like if it's just like all grayscale and there's like absolutely no other thing to it. Okay. I think transition. No, I didn't want to do that. Please don't tell me. It just changed it. Wait, no, I can hit. Okay, please tell me it fixed. Okay, no. It was just that one. I did make that one just a fade. Okay, okay. It's saved. I forgot there's a I forgot there's an undo button. I forgot there's an undo button. That's my bad. That's my B. Okay, so what transition should I make this? I don't think I'm gonna animate. No, I probably should. I probably should. I gotta animate everything. I gotta animate everything. Everything. I'll do the gallery. I'll make it 1 second. Fade in after previous. Fade in after previous. Let's see how that looks. Okay. I think I do want to make this a little bit faster. Just because this slide is literally just to form as a transition into the transition, if that makes sense. It's a transitional slide. That is also a transition in itself. Okay, let's start it over. It will be cropped. You know what? I can do this. So if I... Why is that not centered there? I just realized. Huh. Maybe I need to... fit to screen? Why is that weird? You see what I'm talking about, though? There's like the one over to the left, and then it's just like this one is not actually centered. Huh. Interesting. That might be something I might need to fix later. Very serious presentation. How to be serious. The fun thing about this is I can show this on stream and then just make a copy of it, and just literally all I have to change is only my name. That is it. Alright, okay. This is the second test run. This is the second test run. Y'all ready? Newcomers are able to see this new test run with the updated thing. So it's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. This is my very serious presentation. Let me just do this real quick, just because this is part of the bit. Yes, this is part of the bit. Welcome to my presentation. This is my presentation on how to be serious. My name is Oren Butler Null, and I will be presenting this to you today. There are many reasons to be serious. Various situations in which being serious is the most appropriate thing to do. These include professional settings, such as business meetings, interviews, etc. Major events, such as lockdowns, tragedy, and schoolwork. Being the straight man in a comedy routine, even if you, yourself, are not straight, nor a man, i.e. me. Finding oneself staring deep into your lover's eyes when suddenly you realize that the freckle on their nose looks like the Slug Lady from Monsters, Inc. That is the Slug Lady from Monsters, Inc. Now that we've established the reasons, here are the general tips. Make sure to take notes. Number 1. Control your emotions. You must remain calm and collected while being serious. One must generally remain consistent in their demeanor in order to appear serious. Allowing your emotions to be erratic breaks the visage of being serious. Number 2. Become the embodiment of this man, Larry. This is Larry. Larry is the most serious person I know. He is a very ordinary man. Be like Larry. Give me one moment while I become more like Larry. There we go. Number 3. Do not laugh too much. Laughing is not allowed while you are being serious. It is imperative that you do not laugh too much. If you are to laugh, make sure it is an appropriate amount and not about what you are trying to be serious about. Too much. Number 4. Do not think about the cat. Number 4. Maintain a consistent tone and neutral facial expression. Remaining consistent shows that you are being serious. Tone is what matters most. You can still smile while being serious, but remaining neutral is more serious. Number 5. Take almost everything at face value. Please do not ask why there are 2 number 4s. You must not think about the cat. In a serious situation, no one will be exaggerating. Thus, one must remember not to take things out of context. If there is uncertainty or possible absurdity, be sure to question it for clarification. Do not try and win the argument, however. A little absurdity is harmless. Number 6. Remain focused. Deterring from the task at hand creates distractions and is very unserious. In summary, to get the most out of your serious side, follow these general tips. Control your emotions. Do not laugh. Maintain a consistent tone. Keep a neutral facial expression. Take everything at face value. Remain focused. And be like Larry. Get that out of here. Thank you for coming to my presentation. This was my presentation on how to be serious. Yeah! That is exactly how I plan on presenting it. I think that transition slide does work a lot better. So thank you, Pink, for that suggestion. Yeah. Perfect. I'm sure my teacher is absolutely gonna love it. Yes, of course. Yeah. Honestly though, Clover, I did intentionally make it so that the cat one was the second number 4, and especially with it being like so short, it does actually bring to attention to it. It's just like number 4. Do not think about the cat. Number 4. It's just like, yeah, wait, it's just like, wait, there's 2 number 4s, and then you realize, wait, do not think about the cat is the second number 4, so you can't think about the second number 4 because it's the cat. Also, did anybody else notice the little thing on the focus one? Because this you got to keep in mind in this presentation, I'm not gonna be sitting in like the little corner. Because like if you do notice, let me see. If I go to here, like you can't. There is a little cat there that comes up after at like shortly after this, but it's like very slow. So you do have to keep in mind, like you can see my model covering this corner a little bit. Like that is why I intentionally moved, like it looked over this way for a bit, so that you could possibly see it coming up. So you also got to keep in mind this is gonna be like on a whoa, what was going on there? You got to keep in mind this is gonna be on like a big screen in the classroom. So I'm not gonna be covering that little corner there. So you're just gonna see that thing like slowly creep up because it's gonna be the only thing moving on the screen. So yeah, that is my presentation that I am gonna be doing for school. Also, I'm glad I'm recording now because that like with the extra slide that does improve quite a bit. So thank you. So again, Pink, thank you for the suggestion for that. So now that I'm actually recording, I can make that part into a proper video. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure my teacher's gonna get a kick out of it. Because from what I can tell, a lot of the other students in my class are not as chronically online as I am. So my teacher's just gonna see all this absurd stuff and think like, what the heck is going on? Oh god, oh good there, fun teacher. Oh yeah, he's absolutely a fun teacher. He was even saying like like the presentation for this doesn't even have to be like real. Like you can just imagine any kind of process. Just make up a fantasy thing if you really wanted to. So I just went for this. But it's just still funny to me that it's just this is just like such an ironic presentation. One, because of how I'm presenting it. Two, because of the content. And three, because this was supposed to be just like a gag presentation to begin with. But now there's actual solid tips in it on how to be serious and how to be a straight man in a comedy routine. Like especially with the take almost everything at face value. That one well, a second. Let me go over here so I can actually see it. Like this is some actual tips from like a straight man, like how to be a straight man in a comedy routine. Which for context, for disclaimer, when I say straight man, I be like Larry, the best tip, yeah. Just for like a disclaimer, when I say straight man, it's literally the name of what this comedy what is the word? Comedy role is. Like I have seen in various sites, like, yes, this is a disclaimer. Straight man is literally just historically what it's called. It is outdated. Ads. Crap. Why is it 2 minutes? Huh. I didn't notice that. But, yeah. I'll explain a bit more after ads, but this is just funny. So this is what Twitch ad hell is like. Yeah, I'll explain it a bit more once ads are over. I'm gonna have some coffee real quick. I've finished my coffee. I've not finished my breakfast, however. I still need to text my dad because he texted me food. Uh okay. Just let me know. Anyways, when is comedy gonna make the gay woman roll? I I feel like I feel like in comedy, as ironic as it is with me being like a goofball and just like wanting to laugh all the time, I think it is strangely funny how I could fill the straight man role very easily, even though I laugh so much and smile, because like the thing with being the straight man in a comedy routine is you have to take everything seriously. Like there's an absurd situation you in as a straight man, you are the voice of the audience, basically. You basically make the baseline back to where it is. I'm going over like how to be a straight man right now, Clover, in a comedy routine, and how I can basically fill that in. But as I was saying, like, when you are a straight man in a comedy routine, you are the voice of the audience. You say like you are basically saying like, this is absurd, and you're bringing back like the absurdity down to like where it's supposed to be. So like you're bringing the voice of reason to the routine, and so when you question things, that just like brings the baseline back. Just like, oh yes, the Glorb Lords are back here and they're taking over the mice. The mice are working with the Glorb Lords, and you're just like, mice aren't that smart. What's going on here? Like that is kind of like the baseline, because you're basically giving context to the audience, just like, yes, this is an absurd situation, instead of just like, oh yes, this is a normal thing. Because when you make it a normal thing, like the Glorb Lords are fighting with the mice, then it becomes like, oh yeah, this is a normal thing, and it's just like, oh yeah, okay, we'll just disregard it now, instead of like bringing attention to it. So I feel like that, uh, even though I am a very like smiley and very bubbly, I want to make people laugh kind of thing, the straight man, I feel like, is the right role for me, because I do question things, and I do like bringing things back down to context, but it's also just like, I can be straight faced when I want to be. Like, I just presented this thing just completely straight face, no tone, like low tone, everything. So when I put on like a certain character, it is just like, I can be serious. You must take everything at face value. I can say the most absurd thing like "Baba Boo Boo," and I will not break. I'm not even smiling right now. You can see that I'm being very serious. I'm being very serious, chat, when I say the Glorb Lords are taking over the mice, and the mice will rule us all. This is very serious. Baba Booey. I just love it. Okay, I think this is the best I can do with this. I do have images on every slide. Uh, become the embodiment of this man, Larry. I also think there's just like so many little things that I wanted to add. Just like, instead of just becoming the embodiment of Larry, like, I could have worded as become the embodiment of Larry. It's just like, become the embodiment of this man. This man right here. Who is this man? This is Larry. You must introduce Larry. He is this man because he is a very ordinary man. And he is very serious. Very serious man. He's an icon. He is an icon. He is a very serious man. And I did want to make this transparent, but like, you can't do that on Google Slides for whatever reason. You can do that on like PowerPoints, which is what my teacher wanted us to do, but I don't want to download the whole Microsoft Office 360 onto my computer, just so that I have to sign into it on my school account each and every single time. So it's just easier for me to do it on Google Slides, just because I am most familiar with it anyway. Like, I would have a lot more options for transitions and stuff, but I think, like, just having the very basic transitions just also adds to it. I'm not sure. I think this is, like, I think this is perfect as is, regardless. Also, I'm just using, like, random images I found. But yeah, that is my presentation. That is my presentation on how to be serious. I'm still wearing my tie. This is still a serious time. I should have been talking serious this entire time. But yes, this. Thank you for coming to my presentation on how to be serious. I hope you all have learned how to be serious and how to apply it in more appropriate situations. Remember to not think about the cat. Remember to become the embodiment of Larry. Of this man, Larry. And do not laugh. Do not think about the cat. Number 4, do not think about the cat. Number 4, maintain a consistent tone and neutral facial expression. I believe this will be a very entertaining presentation, and I hope you all have learned something today, because this will be a very short stream. I I just like being a goofball. Hope this all goes well in your class. I'm sure it will. Honestly, if y'all really enjoyed it, I'm sure my class will as well, especially my teacher. It's just like he won't know who Larry is. He just knows Larry is Larry. He won't know the cat. I don't think anybody will really know the cat. It's just I don't know why. Just this gif of the cat. This gif right here makes me laugh, but specifically when it's in the video, because there's just like the sound effect when it hits the bed that's just like he there it's I'm sorry. I hate to laugh at it, but it's just one of those like slapstick kind of things where it's just like, yeah, what's going on here? I gotta work on let's see, what was the oh, that's why it's doing that thing, because there is an extra paragraph there. Okay. So there was actually a slight issue. I didn't address it until just now because I just figured out what was going on, but there was on this slide in particular, like once this came up, I clicked and it didn't do anything, and then I clicked again and then this thing came up. It's because there was an extra paragraph up here. There was an extra paragraph up here that I didn't see. So, because this thing is just like by paragraph, when I clicked it, it was just bringing up the empty paragraph. But that has now been fixed. I think everything else should be fine. But yeah, I know it's been a hot minute since I last streamed, and during the summer, I do want to stream a lot more. And I have been really wanting to stream more often, but streaming does take up a lot of my mental energy, and I've not been having a lot of mental energy in general to begin with, so that is one reason. Another reason is I don't know what the heck I've been wanting to stream lately. So I don't know what I've been wanting to stream lately, and that's kind of been another issue with things. Like I've been wanting to stream more Grognak, continuing Grognak stuff, but I have not had the mental capacity for that, or like if I did, excuse me, if I did, I feel like there are certain topics in that game that might be a bit sensitive for me right now, and I think that's another reason why I haven't been streaming too much, because like there are many topics right now that are very sensitive to me, and so I've been trying to take things slow, but also everything has been feeling like it's going too slow for me, and so I've really been wanting to get back into things, but it's been pretty difficult. But big but, this is my last week of school. This final project is basically my final exam technically for my one class, and then Thursday is my final exam for my math class, which that one should go really well because I've been doing really well in my math class, at least with like the content. I have been neglecting my homework for that one, so I'm hoping the final exam will boost my grade back up to more of an acceptable level. Like I do still have like the last time I checked my grade for that class, it was a 74, which it's still technically passing. It is a C, so it is passing, but I do want it to get up to an 80, just because of like, one, I do know the content. I passed like every single test I have in that class, but the homework definitely has been bringing my grade down, and that is like my grade point average is really something I need to focus on, because how much I've been needing to drop out of classes and stuff. So I'm sure I'm very positive I'm going to be able to pass all my classes, but it's like with having school out for the summer will give me more time to adjust to my possible antidepressants, which I do have an appointment for on Wednesday, Wednesday is when I have my serious talk with my counselor about getting on antidepressants. And then tomorrow I have another doctor's appointment, which is just like health stuff, not just mental health. It's like my body health. Um, but yeah, I've had a lot going on these past couple weeks, this entire month, and I'm still trying to catch up on VODs so that y'all can enjoy all my past streams and stuff. And so I can actually eventually look back on my streams because I do want to do more of that. I do want to improve my streams. I do want to stream more often. I do want to just like make content that all y'all can enjoy and more people can enjoy. Um, but it's just like this is very much a rough patch for me. Almost said, why do VODs take so long, but exporting times? Yeah. Yeah, it's exporting times. It's also the fact that a lot of them in my backlog I've had to edit manually because I messed up when I was originally streamlining them. I at some point I tried to streamline uploading VODs so that it would be easier for me instead of just like having to go back and edit the videos each and every single time, but I messed that up. So what was happening was in how the VOD channels are set up, each of the different audio channels are separated. So, like my microphone is separate from the audio slash music that I play over, like in the background, like what you're hearing at the bottom left there. I do have that muted on VOD so that I don't get copyright striked. So that's separate from my mic, then it's also separate from the game sounds, then it's also separate from Discord and notifications. So I have to separate the audio channels so that I can specifically mute the music so I don't get copyright striked. And with how I uploaded it and how I set up the audio channels, it was just my mic. So nobody had any game audio when I was uploading the quote unquote streamlined process. And I didn't realize that until like a full month of after streaming. So I still have a full month of streaming that I still need to edit. So that's going to take like half an hour to edit and process. And then I have to have like a whole 2 hours to upload each individual VOD because that's how long it takes for some reason. So that's why it's taken me so long on uploading the VODs, because I need to edit them, which takes about like half an hour for the video to process, and then another 2 hours for it to upload to YouTube. So that takes like a whole day just for like 4 VODs to be uploaded, and I still have about 18. I want to say, yeah, I still have 18 because I gotta re-edit this one VOD because there was a whole drive issue thing. It didn't save right. But yeah, that's why it's taking so long for me to catch up on VODs. But I am catching up. I am catching up. I do still have only 1 month of VODs left. So, it's progress. It's no longer 3 months of VODs. It's just 1 month of VODs. I heard Pink also say stuff about not being caught up on VODs, so I was curious. Yeah, I'm very behind on my VODs because of just like the process of having to edit them and then upload them. But I hopefully should be able to just like from here on out just upload the VODs directly to YouTube without having to edit them. So if I get caught up, it should be a much smoother process and I should be a bit more consistent on uploading VODs. But it's just like catching up is the hard part. Catching up is the hard part, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Where Ah, crap, I don't have another water bottle in here. Wait, no, I do. Woo! Yeah, woo! But yeah, if you're... Hold on a second. Where is... But yeah, if you're in the Discord or you want to join the Discord, I am open to suggestions for games I can play. Because I do want to get back into playing more... I do want to finish Fallout 4. I do want to finish Grognak's main adventures, so then we can go on to Far Harbor and Nuka World, because I'm very much looking forward to those ones. Those are my absolute favorite bits of Fallout 4. And There are some other games that I do want to play. Oh, I do have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That is one game that I want to play. I know I don't play horror games, but Resident Evil, I think would be pretty fun. Especially with the 7 one, because it's mold. It's mold and mildew and all that stuff. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions for what games I can play, I'm very open to some new ideas. Especially because like things have kind of become stale to me, so I kind of want some feedback on like what y'all think I should play or what games you would be entertained by. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head off. I know today was a short stream, but it is a nice way to break back into things. It's only been an hour, but thank you for coming to my very serious presentation on how to be serious. And I hope you all have a good serious day as well. Hope you have learned some things on my serious presentation. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end stream today. Ooh, there is another thing. I did update the as you can see, I did update the what is it? Sticky notes. I do plan on adding some more. I do have specific ideas on what ones I can add, but there is proper credit for Goldie on my sticky board now for the little gooey gummy graffiti name that you can see at the top left in this screen. But yeah, I do plan on adding. I do have like two specific sticky notes that I want to add. It's just like for context of crediting and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you here next time, whatever time that may be. But there will be a next time. I can guarantee you that. But bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.